The Alavi Foundation has been changing lives for nearly half a century, giving regardless of religion or race. The foundation's donated more than $50 million to worthy schools and causes. Without Alavi, many people would go without critical health care. Education would be cut short for thousands. Others would go hungry. This center and school is in New York, but Alavi supports many across the United States.
Without generous donations of Alavi Foundation, this institution could not continue its job, even could not start the job actually.
I would like to thank the foundation for being here, for doing whatever they can to keep the doors open.
Schools starting in Houston, but things would be far different at the Islamic Education Center without Alavi's financial help stretching back to the early 1980s.
This is a place where we all come together and act as one.
We need to let people know all the great things that the foundation and IEC is doing so people understand and see the true picture.
Great things like preparing and giving food to the homeless, giving blood while partnering with a top-rated cancer center, giving books and instruction to prisoners, educating kids about Persian culture at schools open to all. None of this happens without Alavi's funding.
We have doctors in our community, we will provide these health services. For all these things require funds there, all these things require some sort of help, and we are very lucky to have Alavi.
You know some of the names Alavi supports, places like Harvard and Columbia. They've been helping universities financially for decades, around 40 blue-chip places. Future scholars as well.
Because they don't ask about anything, they just give their help and their support, and so
there's no litmus test, or they don't say, oh, do you believe, they give it,
No, there wasn't anything like that.
Many are familiar with Alavi's calendar. Famous artists and photographers donate their work, all in an effort to introduce Persian culture to Americans. Alavi helps centers and schools serve their communities.
We'll be happy to help anybody who comes to this center.
It's not just Muslims.
No,
right?
Anybody. Because even when I'm in office, if I have somebody who has nothing, I don't worry. I will just see him. I don't worry about the charges, anything like that.
Want to learn more? Visit one of the schools or centers Alavi supports.
If any non-Muslim wants to come and join this school and send their kids, they are welcome.
At the end of the day, we are humans and we follow the same God. So that's I guess the message that we want to put forth.
The perception is that Alavi Foundation only supports a religious organization, but in the reality is very different. We promote diversity, we promote engagement.
The Alavi Foundation is a beacon of hope in an often unforgiving world.
Enough people need to know so any misconceptions are dispelled.
Now Alavi needs your help. They're fighting for survival in a long-running legal battle and may lose their signature asset and income. They're building a base in New York City since the early 1970s. If Alavi can't continue, thousands would be hurt. Future generations would lose access to education, medical care, and paths to spiritual growth. Share what you've seen and get involved. Let others know Alavi's mission is helping others, and the Foundation's survival is critical to so many lives and journeys in the United States.